So it's a deep irony I'm doing this video because I've been consistently kind of accused of overusing the F word and N word and calling everyone a fascist and a Nazi. And I don't think you understand what that word means. Well, no, having studied it seriously for 15 years and learned French, German, I was already bilingual with Spanish, but you got to go through Spanish sources too, and now learning Chinese. So going through it pretty thoroughly with French history, German history, and Chinese history, and looking at these various figures, Hitler, Mussolini, Chiang Kai-shek, you go through the list. No, I think I know the subject. So it's kind of ironic that being told that you're overusing the word, now I'm going to say, let's not overuse the word. So let's get to it. Is Zack Snyder an Adolf Hitler man? Is he the N-word? Is he a Nazi? Is he a fascist? And the answer is no. So what the hell happened? Well, essentially, some very hostile media people went against Zack, and appropriately, he used a very militarized metaphor, and they all went super loco crazy. Basically, put out a kind of online post saying, if I retreat, kill me. If I advance, follow me. And if I die, avenge me. And the whole internet went super loco. Because the quote apparently is from Benito Mussolini, but shocker, it's not really from Benito Mussolini. So yeah, essentially the quote really comes from, it comes from Henri de la Roche-Jacquelin, and I can even read it in the French. Allons chercher l'homme, si je recule, tuez-moi, si j'avance, suivez-moi, si je meurs, vengez-moi. Now, I apologize, I'm not a native speaker, so I may have messed up some of the critical pronunciation here and there. But the basic point here is, there ain't nothing here. This is a very famous phrase. It's been used by various people on the left and the right. It's not originating from Benito Mussolini. There's no evidence that Zack Snyder meant it to be read as a Mussolini quote. Mussolini may have popularized it, but he didn't create the quote. So clearly he just used a very kind of militarized quote. And I think he obviously knew what was going on. He wanted to poke fun at these people, and of course they were going crazy. You see, he even admits it. Red flag, red flag. It's like, there's nothing here. The quote is fine. He wasn't threatening anyone. He's not trying to kill anyone. Calm down. He just used a famous quote that people misunderstood and mislabeled, and the person who put out the original tweet saying, this is a Mussolini quote, erased the tweet. So it's just another day in the life of the Snyder fandom, where Snyder gets these weirdo accusations he's a crypto-fascist Nazi man because he likes Ayn Rand novels. Now, I've dealt with the Ayn Rand issue like 20 billion times, and I'll deal with it again. There's just nothing here. Now, can you say sometimes he is referencing or alluding to, quote, fascist aesthetics? Yes, I think that's been well shown. That doesn't mean anything. Just because you like Leni Riefenstahl and Nazi documentaries doesn't tell me you're a Nazi. You can obviously read these texts, study these texts. You don't become a Nazi. Like, I've read Mein Kampf in the original German. That doesn't make me a Nazi. And I can appreciate the Hitler writing style and his speaking style. Doesn't make you a Nazi. You have to look at these things critically, but you can definitely see now with Leni Riefenstahl, I honestly don't get it. I don't understand why people think she's a great filmmaker. I don't understand why they think she made great films. I don't get the cult around her. But that's me. But clearly, fascists did put out works of art and even novels and films, and we have to try to look at them carefully for both sides, the aesthetics and politics. With this particular controversy, there is nothing here. He just used a quote. He's being mislabeled. Once again, would it have been more wise for Snyder not to use it? Yeah, probably so. He understands that he's being looked at. Everything's being scrutinized. I think he was just poking fun at people, and he understood the origin of the quote, and he knew eventually the real quote would be found. So it does originate with Henri de Roche-Jacquelin. It does not originate with Benito Mussolini. Calm down. It's not referencing a fascist. He's not a fascist. He's not a Nazi. Calm down. As someone accused of overusing the N and F word, I got to tell you, people are overusing the F and N word. If you don't like Zack Snyder, that's fine. But people really need to calm down. He didn't kill his daughter. He's not a secret Nazi. He's not trying to take over the government or control the universe. He's not a supervillain. He's not Lex Luthor. Yes, People are actually comparing him to that. He is just who he is. You don't like his stuff, that's fine. You love his stuff like I do, that's also fine. But really, we need to stop with this innuendo. If you like Zack Snyder films, well, I think you might be a white supremacist, alt-right, I don't know, neo-fascist. I mean, I'm Hispanic and a person of color, so I don't see myself hanging out with white supremacists and joining the local American Nazi Party, but that's me. But of course, these accusations are going to continue, and I think it'd be wiser not to give any credence to it. But Zach is going to be who's going to be. He's going to poke at people, and people are going to, of course, overreact and make fools of themselves. And they're making fools of themselves in this particular instance. Once again, it's no Benito, Hitler, Adolf Hitler genetic tie here. It's a famous phrase by a French man. It's been used by others. Calm down.